What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about why I'm getting Stray, and you should too. This is my preview series where I talk about basically how I feel about an upcoming thing, whether it's a game or a movie, whether I'm getting it or not, and why, right? And for Stray, there's several, really, I think, answers to why I'm getting it, and some of them are actually very, very easy, and so kind of let's go over the game pitch. So the first thing I want to go over is kind of the price, the date, kind of where it stands in the gaming world. So obviously this comes out July 19th, and for those that have been around the gaming industry, you've played games over the last couple of years, you may know July as just a barren wasteland, right? You tend to get a couple games here and there every July. Ghost of Tsushima famously was in July, which was a big one, but this July is pretty rough. There's really not too much going on this July, and so really anything that comes out in July that catches my attention is immediately going to rise to the top of my should I play, should I not play. It's going to rise to my should I play level. Okay, so you have that just literally on the date that it comes out, July 19th. Secondly, it's $30, right? So I mean, half price a full game, I guess, if you count $70 a full game nowadays, but it's $30, but it's included in PlayStation Plus Premium. This was something that they had announced when the game was re-shown, I think, at that State of Play in early June, and I was like, wow, I didn't, it does strike me as a game that would benefit or you would imagine would wind up on a subscription service, right? And I guess I'm not saying that's put the game down, but it just does come across like a game like that, and that's okay. And for me, it's well, all that much about. There'll be these kind of games from time to time where I don't really pay too much attention to them. Plus, they really, they've shown an okay amount of it, but it's not like we've gotten a half hour, worth of gameplay. It's not like we've had super in-depth, developer diaries or developer conversations in general with them. I mean, the game, we know the basic idea, and really the basic draw of the game is you play as a cat, right? I mean, it's the cat game. In fact, I've seen people say it's the game with the cat. That's what it is, and I guess how well they pull that off. And I guess for me, it's more, can they make that engaging and fun and have puzzles and just things that, because we know actually they did an interview before the State of Play. I actually found this funny. Before the State of Play, they did an interview where they talked about the game length. Normally that happens after, normally that happens right before the game comes out, or even when the game does come out, and they said it takes about 8 hours. The game is about an 8-hour long game, and longer if you go for collectibles. Now, normally, every developer overshoots the length of a game, so if you say 8, you probably mean somewhere between 5 to 7. That's, a loose range. Sometimes it's half, sometimes it's 60-70%. So honestly, I expect a 6-hour game. If I get 6 hours of this, I'd be totally cool with that. And so again, in terms of what they can deliver, to me, it's just making it feel, different, making it kind of feeling new at all times for a 6-hour, adventure. What's funny to me about this game is I'm a dog person. I actually have never owned a cat. I never want to own a cat, which half of you may just unsubscribe or hit the dislike button now, but I'm still into this game. I think it looks really cool. And again, this is when you see a Kena Bridge of Spirits, or when you see a Somerville, right, releasing on Xbox, or even an Everwild. I mean, there's just sometimes these games that stand out purely even on, or I guess maybe visuals, the visual quality stands out, and Stray definitely looks nice. Its artistic style is not something that would immediately get me, a Kena Bridge of Spirits, that art style is all right, because of how it looks, I'm getting it just for that. Turns out it was an amazing game, beyond that, but just for that. For Stray, I'd say it's more about the setup. The setup of playing as a cat and going through this dystopian, there's these weird computer robotic things in it. I mean, it seems like the entire game is just really weird, and I'm up for that completely. So I'm hoping it's a good time. That's it. I mean, again, everything's kind of weighed on, how long is the game, how much is the price of the game, and honestly, how you judge a game is very much, I think, depending on if you spend $60 on a game and if you spent $20 on the exact same game, your opinion most likely is going to be different, right? Because it's just how much you spent versus what you got. So for Stray being, again, for some people free, including myself, maybe it's amazing for me. Maybe it's not so amazing if you paid $30 for it, right? But we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely be covering it. That'll be a game in mid-July. You can definitely, you'll see videos on the channel I'll do a review and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think of Stray. Are you interested in it? Are you getting it day one? Are you waiting for it to, maybe drop below $30? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else or support us on Patreon or YouTube memberships, the links for all of them are in the description below, except for YouTube join. That's obviously next to the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.